Van Gogh's A Starry Night.
Hello, my little Sprouts friends. It's Miss Kim. It's time for another art lesson with Miss Kim. Today, the supplies that we're going to need to use our crayons. We are going to need to use our watercolor paints. So you'll have to have a cup of water, paintbrush, and that paper, white paper. The artist that we're going to talk about today is Vincent van Gogh. Vincent van Gogh lived a long time ago, and he was known for all of his drawings and his paintings. Now, Mr. Van Gogh did a lot of self-portraits, which means he did paintings of himself. And this is one of the self-portraits that he did of himself. Now, if you can see, I don't know how well you can see this, but he used a style called impasto painting. And what that means is he had a lot of paint on his brush. And in here you can see each one of his brush strokes, how he just layers that paint on really thick. It also gives the painting some texture, makes the colors kind of blend together, and it gives the painting some texture. Looks like you can touch it and it would be rough and bumpy. He's done a lot of paintings, and some of them you may recognize. Some of them you might not know. But we're going to talk about this one that he has done, and it's called A Starry Night. Now, this is called A Starry Night because it's a painting of nighttime. He was looking out his window late one night, and he saw the moon. Can you see the moon right here? And he saw the stars. And then he kind of saw some wind blowing. Now, can we really see the wind blowing? No, you can't see the wind blowing, but you can hear it and you can feel it, whether it's coming from the front or whether it's coming from behind, or sometimes it's all swirly. Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna see if we can make our own picture of the starry night. So we're gonna need to get our stars, our moon, our wind, and if you can see down here, he's got this tiny little village put in down here that he's got, and this big tree right in front. We're going to go ahead and do a type of art. It's called a resist, and that's where our crayons come into play. Our crayons are made of color and wax, and if you ever get a chance to go to the Crayola Crown Factory, I would suggest to do it. It's really fun. And you get to see how all the crayons are made. They actually have a video online that you can watch too to see how they make the crayons and how they package them, and it's really fun to see. But we're going to use our crayons today because when we color with these, the wax that's in the crayon will go ahead and make the paint not stick to it. Usually when we paint over top of something that we've drawn, we just can't see our drawings anymore. But the resist will push away the paint and say, I was here first, and that the paint can't stick there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get our white piece of paper, and you're going to get your crayons. Whether you have an 8-pack of crayons, a 64-pack of crayons, 24-pack of crayons, doesn't matter. We're going to start drawing with either our white crayon or a yellow crayon. And I've got it drawn with a black marker just so you can see, because if I draw it with my white crayon, are you going to be able to see it? You're not going to be able to see. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through with our crayon and we're going to start off drawing this big tree. So on your white paper, I want you to go ahead and draw a big tree down the front. Okay, just like that. If you can see that with my yellow crayon, we've got my tree right there in the middle. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our tiny village houses. So remember, that's a square or a rectangle and then a triangle on top. And you put as many houses in the village as you want. Can you see? I've got my yellow there. All right. Then what we're going to do is we're going to give our picture the moon. Now in his picture, the moon is over here in the corner, and you're going to take your yellow crayon over your white. The yellow kind of works a little bit better. And you're going to draw a circle for a full moon. But we're only going to color it in most of the way. We're not going to color it all the way in. Okay? Then what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to put our stars in. You can put your stars anywhere you want them to go. You can put as many as you want. But we got to give some stars into the night sky to make it interesting. And I know some of you want to draw your star, the 5 points, but you don't have to. You can just draw circles. See the circles right there that I put for all my stars? Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to try and recreate the impasto style where he does all those little brush marks that I showed you on his picture. And what we're going to do is we're just going to take our crayons, and I'm going to show you with a black one so you can see. And we're just going to take it and we're going to make hash marks. These are called hash marks. Just these little lines, short little lines. Can you see all those? Those are called hash marks. And that's what we're going to make, okay? And what we need to do is we need to take our colors, and we're going to use our reds and oranges, our purples and blues, and I have a couple different batches of crayons here, so don't worry about how they don't look the same because I lost my green crayon. I don't know where it went. But anyway, so we're going to take these colors. Around our our moon and our stars, we're going to use these 3 colors. These are our warm colors, okay? They remind us of sunny days. And we're going to do those hash marks around our stars. Just go around your star. Can you see that? We're going to make our little hash marks. We're going to do some in red because the stars and the moon are actually balls of gas and fire. And so they're hot and they're kind of glowy. And that's what we want to make. We want to make this kind of glowy. So we're just going to keep changing our colors. And we're going to do our hash marks around the moon and around the stars. You can use your white crayon too. I don't have a white crayon. I don't know where that one went either. But we're going to keep doing our hash marks. Now, then after we go around the moon and the stars, we're going to need to put our wind in. Because there was a wind that night. He was looking out the windows. And what we're going to do is we're going to use our cool colors. And our cool colors are the other colors. Our blues and our greens and our purples. Okay? So in order to do the wind, we're going to take our blue crayon. And we're going to start at this side over here. Okay? And we're going to make our lines come up. Can you see? We're going to go around and then we're going to curl it down so it's curly. Can you see that? Then we're going to come in from the other side and we're going to go around and we're going to kind of make it curly and go around like that. Then we're going to go back through and we're going to put some more hash marks of some blue. Let me get my hash marks in around this star so we don't get too confused, because I was confused where my hash marks were going. But I'm also kind of doing it upside down too, but that's okay. Okay, so I got my star glowing and here comes the wind. The wind is coming in, so we're going to go through with our blues and we're going to put some purples in there, make the wind blow. And the more hash marks you put, the more it looks like it's actually windy and blowing. Okay, so this can be something that you can do and start off doing your hash marks. If you get tired of doing them, you can stop and then come back to it. You don't have to finish it right away. But what we're going to do is we're going to fill up this whole paper with all of these little hash marks. Can you see how we're doing that? And this looks like the wind is blowing. The stars are glowing. The moon is glowing. And then you'll keep on going. Finish up your stars. Finish up your moon. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our greens. And that big tree in the middle, we're going to do the hash marks on that tree. We're going to take it and we're going to go up. These hash marks are going to go up because that's the way the tree grows. The tree grows up from the ground up. Okay? And we're going to fill that in. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to keep going until it's all done. All right. Once you have all your little hash marks around your stars, your moon, and your tree. Tree, you're going to do green and browns, whatever. You can pick a color and color in your houses. I went ahead and gave my houses some glowing windows because when it's nighttime and you turn on the lights, guess what? You can see them glow from the outside. So once you get all of that finished, we're going to go ahead and make the resist happen now. So this is where we're going to get our watercolor paints, our paintbrush, and our water. And we're just going to take some blue, get it really wet. Remember, with your watercolor paints, it's water, paint, then paper, okay? I've got lots of paint on, and I'm going to go and I'm just going to paint over top of everything that I just drew. And you'll see that the crayon is pushing away the paint. I can't color over it, so I don't see it. Can you guys see that? And we're just going to paint over top of everything that we drew today with our crayons. And that way, we're putting everything in the night sky. We're going to give it a dark blue. And then if you want, you could even, because it is nighttime, where you have your blue, you can probably, if you want to, go with just a little bit of black. Black is a really strong color. We don't want a lot of it. You can take a little bit and paint over top of it to make it a little bit darker. Can you see right there where it's just a little bit darker? But you're going to go ahead and paint over top of your whole painting to put your stars in the sky and your moon in the sky. Just make sure you have all those hash marks on there. Use your warm colors, your red, your yellow, and orange around your moon and your stars. And your cool colors, your blues and greens and purples for your wind, okay? For your houses, you can color your houses whatever color you want them to be. And then we'll paint over top of everything and put it in the nighttime sky. And there you have your very own Starry Night. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.